All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it, my boy. Yeet.
Yeah.
All right, we got, what is this episode? All right, so welcome to the #1 show on YouTube right now. My name is Lorenzo. I got my brother, Johnny Tadero. Listen, we're here to teach men things that you've never seen before. You thought you knew what the reality is about how to be a man, how to get to your fitness, how to get to your money, how to level up in life, how not to get picked on in school, how to take your life and take it to the next level. You thought it was in a book. It's not in a book. It's in reality. It's me. It's Johnny. We're going to give you some of the secrets that we've used to level up in our lives. We did not get the silver spoon treatment. We had to come from the bottom, work our way up. I don't care what nobody's telling you. Life is going to take work. I got my boy Johnny Tadero. Johnny is celebrating his birthday.
Hey, 35 for 35 right here, baby.
Okay. So this episode of this show, it's our first show. So this episode, man, I just want to.
It's like a half of one. It's not the one yet.
Okay.
This is the birthday episode to introduce the podcast of the ultimate podcast if you want to be the ultimate man.
Yes.
Right?
I love it.
For the young bucks, we're going to teach you how to rise up. For the men that are already out there that are trying to be men, we're going to teach you how to be more of a man, because there's a lot of misconceptions on what it means to be a man. All right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I was recently looking in the news, and since we're talking about men, and we're not judging men, we
don't judge them.
You know what? We'll call it case studies.
Case studies. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Our good, young athlete, you're a trainer, you train professional athletes. We got Travis Hunter in the news. And apparently he is the hottest thing cooking right now in college sports, Heisman Trophy winner. And he's having a little bit of challenges with this female in his life.
So, man, Travis, congratulations. We love you. Get rid of her. You got to. All right. Listen, you a king. All right. And a king needs a queen. And a queen does not get on the internet and give PSAs and talk about herself the whole time. And I didn't hear nothing about Travis. I mean, your boyfriend won the Heisman Trophy. He's the only motherfucker that's ever won the Heisman Trophy, and we don't even know his position. Does he play cornerback? Is he a receiver? I mean, this is uncharted territory. He could go into the draft #1 for either receiver or cornerback. And you out here saying, oh, but I can explain this, I can explain that. Get the fuck out of here. You speak when spoken to, be seen, not heard, shut the fuck up, and do whatever he says. If it's the laundry, do the laundry. If it's his homework, you do his homework. All right? If he needs a charger and he's 35 minutes away, you better get an Uber, get a train. You need to get him his charger. All right? That is your king. All right? Not on here saying, but I did this because of this, and I just want to be.
Oh, you talking about how she went on YouTube and tried to explain away her situation?
We're not doing that. No, not doing that. All I want to hear about is my boyfriend, my whatever. I guess they're getting married. Ugh, that's a whole nother. Listen, all I want to hear is how much you love Travis and how Travis is the best thing in your life. I don't want to hear nothing else.
My thing is this. What I train or teach my young guys are, you're probably not even ready for a relationship right now.
No.
If you're constantly leveling up, being the best version of yourself, it's a movement. You're a moving train. It's hard for people to catch on to a moving train. So to give her a little bit of grace, how do you deal with a boyfriend who was just a high school jock and now he's all over everyone's computer, everyone's TV? That's big shoes to fill.
Make sense. But that, to your point, he needs to be alone. Why?
He got to go monk mode.
He got to go monk mode. He got to be on his mission. I mean, he's about to make millions of dollars. That don't last forever. All right, let's say he has 15 seasons like his coach. In 12, that's like accumulates to like 12 years, right?
Right.
So in 12 years, you got to make as much money as possible, and it's gonna be the most amount of money you're ever gonna make
easily.
And then it's gone, and you're only 33. You're only like 34 years old.
If he doesn't have any injuries.
if he doesn't have any injuries. It's a contact sport. He's gonna get hurt. I mean, it's not a question. It's so. I mean, if he makes it through his second contract, he's got 3 contracts really, and he's got to make all the while, and then he's got to go live the rest of his life. All right, and in that time, he's gonna marry this girl that clearly has not on his level. He doesn't even know himself yet.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. All these guys out here want to get in relationships when they can't even take care of themselves yet. You know?
Yeah.
And he's a different kind of man because he's about to like be a 21-year-old. Is he even 21?
No, I think he might be just turned 21 or
he's barely drinking age, and he's about to make $30 million.
Right.
You can take that to the bank.
Right.
But she's gonna take all that money because he's gonna do the most. All right. Clearly, she's got. I mean, it's the tale as old as time.
I think most men don't understand. A woman doesn't take half of what you own when
she takes all of it.
Well, she doesn't take half of what you own when she leaves. She takes half when she comes into the relationship. When you get married, essentially at that point, she is entitled to half. So if you don't even know what you're dealing with, what type of woman you're dealing with, she hasn't been battle tested, and you're already giving her half of future earnings. And it ain't all about money, but you got to understand that we know most athletes go broke. They have documentaries on it. We know that most athletes commit suicide, CTE. There's so many things that he's going to be in store for. He's going to need all his resources, not to mention his emotional stability to get through this process of playing in professional sports. You don't want him to end up like AB, throwing off his jersey in the middle of the game talking about I retire. AB went out like a little bitch.
AB is a little bitch. See me. what, like, I mean, you corny for that. I just think that Travis really doesn't know how to control his emotions, because if he was logical about this, he would be like, all right, we need to like put the brakes on relationships. Let's go ball out for a couple of years. Let's go make this money. All right, let's develop ourselves. Let's go make some businesses with this money.
Right.
Let's get around the right people with this money. Let's go build a community with this money.
Well, look at that right there. All right, let's say hypothetically, let's talk about relationships. Is this the best option for you? You haven't had a chance to even experience fame and success as a single person, as a single man, which is a different story than being a high school jock or college jock.
You got to be alone before you can be with somebody, man. You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And you got to really be battle tested to be in relationships. Most people are not supposed to be in relationships right now. That doesn't matter the age. All right, you got to work on yourself before you can work with others.
Right.
All right, you got to have financial security. He's about to have that. You got to be physically fit. He is that. But he doesn't have the experience, the longevity of it. You know, he's got to understand.
Emotional maturity.
No, nothing. No. At 22, you know, I made the same. I'm speaking from experience. At 22, I got married. I was far from ready for that. And they do take everything because they take your momentum.
Facts.
They take your momentum. And that's the only thing you need and the only thing you really have. The money comes and goes. But the momentum is what we're chasing. You know, riding that wave, right? And if you keep riding these short waves, eventually you're gonna crash.
Yeah.
All right, but you gotta ride that perfect wave, and then you gotta be able to land it and keep, you know, because this is a long life. He's gonna play football for hopefully a long time. The money is not gonna last, but he's got to build those experiences. He's got to build, you know, other things around him, and a woman's gonna take away from that, especially the wrong woman.
Yeah, I look back in my past. I remember times where I had my biggest challenges in business and relationships, and generally is when you lost your momentum. With momentum, you can almost bulldoze through the problems. Life's gonna give you challenges. Adversity's coming. Mm-hmm. You can't expect anything in life without someone trying to slow you down. That's just human nature. That's mother nature. So we know that at some point something's going to come Travis's way that's going to change his life, and not in a positive way. The devil works. So what team do you have ready to go through that process with you? If you don't have someone that's 100% committed to your purpose, your process, and your mission, and something comes, an injury, a evil person, a bad agent, anything